year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
A beautiful evening in downtown. And with tip, a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the 3. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle, and it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Barnes, and no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, two of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Fox. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
It's up a 3. Kept alive by Sacramento. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Nice D from Brooks.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's Anderson with the drive, and he banks in the layup.
Anderson finishing through contact. I like to see him make the mid-air adjustment to get that ball off.
Yep, that one goes in there. Holmes got his second bucket.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Down low, here's Anderson. Good D by Barnes.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
Here's Holmes following the score by Memphis. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Well, Bielitsa is a weapon because of his efficiency from out there.
Three-pointer. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Barnes passes to Bielitsa. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Anderson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here are the Grizzlies now after the Kings pick up 2. Melton passes to Jang. Clark for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
3 on 3. Here's Jang, and they pick up 2. The Kings trail by 4. And Bazemore kicks to left. Bazemore dishes to Heel. Pulls up. Again, Heel missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Grayson Allen's checked in for Memphis. Long range from the inbound. That one, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
Allen, that's good. 16 seconds left in the first. And Bazemore kicks to Len. Giles the pass to Bazemore, the 8-footer, and he hits the jump shot.
Bazemore wiry, and when he gets on the inside, I like where he finds the space to finish at the rim.
Allen for 3, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly and trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Allen in at the 2 spot.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so here's Memphis. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Jang, no luck. The Kings trail by 7.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bazemore passes to Parker. The 3 from Joseph. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Joseph. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Kings. Bielitsa, he checks in for Alex Len. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Joseph. Here's Morant. Here's Allen. He kicks to Jackson. And stolen by Barnes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for the Kings. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Puts it up. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Pretty smooth screen and roll there. Got to be up on Bogdanovich.
Here's Jackson over Bielitsa. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morant. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. Morant kicks to Brooks. Passes it to Morant. Over Bielitsa. Here's Jackson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. That one misses from Jackson.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Barnes passes to Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Deep 2 from Brooks. Sacramento grabs the miss. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Giles the pass to Barnes. The wide open look here for Fox. And he's good on the 3-ball. Fox has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Kings. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. From deep. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Anderson. And the 3 off target. Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And here's Bogdanovich for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
Brooks for 3. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And here's Barnes for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny. And that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
On the court for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there at Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the center.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
Both shots good from the stripe.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina, Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Barnes outside, and the dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, that's up there. Harrison Barnes with momentum rises up, and that's a highlight.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Memphis leading. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Morant, and it's good for 2. Morant's got 9.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Fox looking it over. Takes a 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jang, he's checked in for Jackson. Grayson Allen comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Alex Len's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Barnes. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Parker's shot is off. Memphis leading by 5. Parker with the steal. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Allen against Bazemore. Here's the 3. Valanciunas controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And he gets the bucket.
Now, Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Allen for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
And he's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Parker passes to Bielitsa. Back to Parker over Brooks. Pocket 6. The pass to Bazemore. Sacramento moving it around. Len's shot is off.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Brooks. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Jonas Valanciunas, 3rd.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Alex Len. Hield comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Out to the wing. And it's off from 3-point range. The Kings trail by 8. Offside Fox. Stolen by Brooks.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Parker. Sacramento again missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Morant with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
And finished off by Morant.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Seven seconds left to play in the third. Fox, no good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. You've got Morant. Clark is out there with Anderson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And that one's good by Clark. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return. Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Morant. They get the rebound. Over to the wing. Tries again. And the Grizzlies check on two more.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Morant with the steal. It's Anderson with the drive and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
The Kings making a switch here. Len's checked in. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Here's Barnes, and Fox has it in the corner. Stolen by Brooks. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. This double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Luke Walton was saying to the team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
The putback. It's good on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Holmes kicks to Barnes. Lets the three fly. That's all good, and that's his fifth basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Morant dishes to Anderson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Kings trail by 14. To the middle. Holmes passes to Bielitsa. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The key for Bielitsa is confidence, attacking and trying to find ways to do different types of damage in the game.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Fox kicks to Hield. Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Hield. There's the triple, and the three ball is good. Hield's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Anderson passes to Jackson. Shoots the three, and Morant hits it to go on the assist from Jackson. And that's now 24 points for John Morant.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Grizzlies.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Morant.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And Bielitsa kicks to Hield. Fox passes to Holmes. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Morant, guarded closer. Can he keep it going? That one a little long. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Jackson looking it over. And the miss. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in
To a man, the Pelicans looking intent on getting a win on the road. What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center position. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Fires the 3. They get it back. Shot clock at 5. And it's Bogdanovich again missing. To the inside. Ball. And Ball slams it in.
You know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well. You know, his teammates calling him the slender man. Brandon Ingram, not much more than 200 lbs, but adding strength has been a focus.
Here's Holiday. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And Fox is so good in the open floor, Kevin. Whether he's passing to teammates or doing his own grocery bagging, this dude's a major threat in the open space.
And with Brandon Ingram and his size, he could benefit from adding a few pounds.
Well, you know, his teammates call him Tiny Dog. Dog because of his determination. That's a positive thing. The tiny part in reference to his slight frame. Time to bulk it up, young fella. Weight room.
Here's Holmes. Derek Favors making his last shot. It's deflected.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And Fox gets it to go.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome getting good positioning close to the basket.
Now, here's Ball. Guarded by Holmes. And the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Williamson. That shot off the mark. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And that one's good, Barnes.
Boy, you got to respect the long-range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
Now here's Ingram. He had 15 points last outing. Tips it up, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors has got 6 points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Some changes for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitsa. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. The shot's good from Hayes. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The 3 from Barnes. The offensive rebound. Hield the pass to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hield. And it's Melly with the rebound. The Pelicans trail. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but it seems like they're off to a nice start. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Len. Barnes dishes to Len. Barnes kicks to Hield. Fox passes to Giles. Back to Fox. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. And they'll keep possession. Here's Len, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Jackson passes to Melly. Outside for Reddick. It's hauled in by the Kings. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time. He gets it in there.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
He's in the post. Guarded by Len. Hield from outside. And that one released in time, but no good.
Good at contesting without fouling. I like seeing Reddick in the face of his man.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Kings.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Jahlil Okafor. J.J. Reddick is out there with Jackson. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane, always looking to punch it down.
Here's Hart. The Kings getting the bucket. Reddick, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Reddick's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Sacramento making a switch here. Bielitz is checked in. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Kicks it to Williamson. Pass to Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Kings leading now by 7. Joseph, the pass to Parker. Hield outside. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Can't be this assertive with Williamson. He's already a pro at drawing you in and getting the call. And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And here is Parker after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Parker passes to Bielitz. Good. And the Kings lead by 5.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Throws it up high, and then Okafor slams it in.
Okafor has really nice chemistry with his teammates. I mean, good establishing eye contact and then rising up to throw down those alley-oop passes.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And New Orleans also making a change. Favors is checked in.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Some changes for Sacramento. Giles checked in for Parker. And it's Fox in for Joseph. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday finds ball. Offensive rebound. Favors for the 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Passes to Giles. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be the 4th of this string of 5 played on the road. Williamson kicks to Ball. There's the pass to Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Here's Ball. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Ball dishes to Favors. Back to Ball. Ingram outside. To stop the run. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
So the wing on the left. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got his 4th rebound in this one. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Ingram.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
It's tipped and stolen by Williamson. Lobs it up for Holiday.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Pelicans trail by 5. Outside Holiday. Favors at the elbow. From about 16. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny. Thanks for joining.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Derek Favors.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bialitz, and it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. Pelicans trail by 7. On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Redick with the bucket. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic, as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. Here's Holiday. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's New Orleans. They're on a 10-2 run here. Out to Ingram. Launches it. Another shot. And again, it's Drew Holiday. Holiday's got 8 points.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
Now, here's Fox. Holiday brings the double team. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Williamson. A second chance effort. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. Holiday up top. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Shot clock at 3. The shot by Redick, no good. The Kings trail by 3.
Guys, J.J. Redick is much more than just a standstill shooter. I mean, his movement without the ball and his quick trigger release, a very deadly combination.
And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Holiday. It's Redick on the wing. 8 points for him. And Favors kicks to Williamson. Launches a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. And Clark, as good as he is, playing off the ball. Redick can handle and even create some for his teammates.
Yeah, I like the fact that Redick has added that to his package, Kevin, because initially he was just a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's smart, he's tough, and he's actually steady and comfortable with the ball in his hands.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 1-point game. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. The Kings have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Fox dishes to Bogdanovich. Pass to Bielitsa. Fox against Redick. Fox, no good.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Count that bucket. And that's now 10 points for Drew Holiday.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Hole. Bielitsa with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Okafor. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Alex Len picks one up.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Bazemore. And the layup's good off the glass. Bazemore's got the game tied up here for Sacramento.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Passes it to Redick. From downtown, Pelicans keep it alive. It's not going to go for him. Bazemore for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So the Pelican 5 right now. Jackson is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Melly in at the 4 spot. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Hawks, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. And they're on the break. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Jackson. Ball kicks to Ingram. Here's Hart. Here's Hayes. They'll pass the ball. Bucket is good.
Yeah, second chance points again. A huge problem for this team.
Boy, they're getting caught spectating. You can't be a watcher out there. They're letting rebounds slip away. Everybody's got to get in there and fight for the ball.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Kings making a switch here. Giles is checked in. Now here's Ball. And Hart has it in the corner. Pass to Melly. Parker with the steal. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Ingram against Len. There's the 3. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Pelicans lead by 1. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for New Orleans.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. But that's just pure effort and hustle. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Kings. Bielitsa, who's checked in for Len. Barnes comes in for Parker. And it's Fox in for Kent Bazemore. Williamson is checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Josh Hart. Now here's Hield. Drains the three-pointer. Hield's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner, loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Ball against Fox. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by the Kings. Giles has got his 5th rebound in this one. The drive by Barnes. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and delivers.
Ball kicks to Williamson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. And the dunk by Williamson.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
Yeah, you want to get those sure things down the stretch, and that close to the bucket, he is a sure thing.
Now here's Ingram. Over Barnes. Ingram finds Ball. Now Favors. Holiday with the 3. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Favors. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play. And you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now here is Holiday. And here is Williamson. He feeds it to Favors. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Hield kicks to Bielitsa. The kick out to Barnes. 5 on the clock. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Fox. It falls! A huge shot to tie it up.
And he's got it going now. When he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Ingram outside. From deep three-point range, can't get the 3 to fall. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
Pass the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws, good for Ingram.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And it's the Kings to start out. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Their backcourt, Ball and Redick. And it's Hart in at the small forward. And a deep 3 from Redick. Rebound by the Kings. Bielitsa's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shot by Hield, nobody around, kept alive.
Barnes is strong and athletic, aggressive on the glass, not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
The Pelicans trail. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Redick. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Kings. They've led by as much as 10. Inside, here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with the authority. Go get it, young fella.
Here's Williamson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Hield kicks to Bielitz. Back to Hield. This one for three. Sinks the triple.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pelicans trail by 5. Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Down low. Up and in on the layup.
And, you know, after playing a year at Duke, Ingram is used to providing big baskets for his team. I mean, a dominating performer who comes up big in an effortless way in these moments.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Redick for three. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on J.J. Redick.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game. And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident that he's able to go up and knock those down.
Ingram passes to Favors. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. With the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
They get the points they need as Redick shows just how cold-blooded he can be. J.J. has the bench up and going crazy with that one.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver. Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And it's Ingram missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Holmes finds Hield. Now, here's Fox. Fires it up. And Hield with the basket on the assist by Fox. And now a 9-point Kings lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So the Kings win it. And just scraping. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
unprecedented.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going. Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, locking down the middle.
Oh, man, that was just rude. Williamson with no hesitation on the drive and no mercy on the finish.
Now here's... Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! Are you for real? Morant way up. That move was fire.
To the paint, it's stolen by Valanciunas. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
a lot of them, though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
3 terrific names.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. And it's Morant missing. And here's New Orleans now. 4-point game. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, most of the time, even hard fouls won't stop Zion. One of the best in the league, already at finishing through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Now here's Brooks. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. Jackson kicks to Morant. 5 to shoot. To the middle. From 10 feet out, Anderson. And it's Ingram with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Yeah, this is where Zion is improving, taking advantage of the defensive attention he receives.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Outside, Redick to the inside. A nice shot by Nelly.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And here's Hayes. Following Ja Morant's three. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. Some changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Allen comes in for Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Here's Jackson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense. Forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, Redick. Shot clock at 6. The tray. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Clark. Excellent D there from Okafor.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Redick dishes to Jackson. Back to Redick. Passes to Hart. 6 to shoot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Allen for 3. It's good from long range. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Holiday out there with Jackson. Then there's Okafor, and it's Hart in at the small forward position. That's the Pelicans 5. Jackson passes to Melly. From past the arc. The shot by Holiday, no good. Memphis leading by 8.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
Pass to Clark. Allen outside. The 3-ball. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Jackson finds Okafor. Here's Hart. Chang defending. Here's Holiday. Pelicans keep it alive. Right side Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Hart the pass to Melly. They get it again. Outside for Jackson. The 3. Here's Okafor. Here's Melly. And at last, they get one to fall. Melly's got his second basket of the night. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide. Teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Oh, man, a solid score. You give Hart shots like these, he's ready to capitalize.
Allen passes to Clark. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday with the 3. That shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Not as good, and the Memphis leads cut to just 11 points in the basket from Williamson. Morant with it, now guarded by Ball. Morant kicks to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Valanciunas, and then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
Oh, it's tough trying to alter his focus. I mean, Valanciunas is great at staying in control.
Ball, the pass to Hayes. Now the feed to Williamson. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Derek Favors checked in for Williamson, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Drew Holiday. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Grant, they get the rebound. He can't get it to go. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Redick against Brooks. Was shot by Redick, no good. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Anderson with the ball. No good, and tight defense there, bothered. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, it's Memphis out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And that does it for our half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And for the longest time, the Grizzlies looking for an answer at the small forward position. 2 summers ago, they signed Kyle Anderson away from San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a unique player. He's kind of a point forward type, very effective around the rim with his length.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player. but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. There's Valanciunas. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Brooks misses.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Here's Ball. His 3-pointers off the mark. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Looking to get it going. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's a high-level finish from Morant, showing more strength than he's really giving credit for.
Hard, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Chris, in his 6th season out of UCLA, small forward Kyle Anderson.
Well, yeah, Kevin, in his first 3 years, improving his long-range distance shooting to over 37%. Now, it's falling back off the last couple of seasons, but he's a smart, savvy player, and he's at his best when he's hitting shots.
And the pass to Morant. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Shoots from the elbow, and the jumper falls for him. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
That jumper is just looking clean, confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dollar, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. 20 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Morant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies. Now here's Ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Ingram finds Favors. Over Valanciunas. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And the rejection by Favors. Ingram outside. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Shot over 40% at Duke. And though he struggled a bit as a rookie, you knew Ingram's stroke would come around.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Melton, no good. Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Hart. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Hart's got his second basket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Finish off the break. Hart's got 6 points.
That's nice hustle at the court. I mean, nice pass to reward that hustle.
Here's Morant. That one good for 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Melton passes to Valanciunas. From beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Knocks it loose. And he makes good on the layup. And that's 18 points for Ja Morant.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Ingram outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We come back
with a sense of urgency right now.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Pelicans trail by 7. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. Williamson out there with Hayes. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the Pelicans 5. Pass to Hayes. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And here's Morant. Count it. Morant's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis.
Well, when you have a guy like Morant, an elite ball handler who can hit from anywhere, there's no real limit to the points he can score.
Hayes up top. And Holiday has it in the corner. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And Hayes throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him enough.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's Morant missing. Pelicans trail by 7. And here's Ingram from the arc. Traps in the tray. Ingram's got 9 points here in the second half.
Shooting ability is critical in today's game. One reason Ingram is so highly valued.
Morant kicks to Jackson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. Took on Jordan and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, and let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in him.
Here's Holiday. Here's Melly. Redick inside the line. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here's Anderson. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Chris and Jaren Sr., a 3-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Well, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. And even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew better. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. Boy, was he right.
Connects from 3-point range.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
And Holiday, here we go. Melly passes to Holiday. Lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Morant. Here's Clark. He kicks to Jackson. Anderson wide open. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Redick for 3. Offensive rebound. And no good that time. Memphis leading by 4. Clark the pass to Morant. Offline with his 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. It's Jackson with the drive. And the dunk by Jackson.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Lobs it up there for Ingram. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And they go to the intentional foul. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. All comes in for Drew Holiday. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Ingram with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
And a little room for error now. We'll see what they run. No fear. The young fella Ingram showing he's up for the challenge.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. D2 from Anderson. And again, Memphis no good.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Oh, wow, a huge
get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots. Good! And this is what you want from your leader. No moment is too big for Morant.
So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Outside Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Derek Favors.
They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And they've simply got to come up with a stop here. A foul's not necessary yet. If they can get the stop, they'll have some time left here where they could tie it up with a 2 or maybe win it with a 3.
Hayes is checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for J.J. Redick. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Yeah, this isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Oh, you're right. Time is of the essence. You got to move.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. It's Ingram on the wing. Fires for 3. The 3 won't fall. Now Morant. Passes it to Brooks. Now Morant. The 3 from Anderson. Off the mark. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. This win such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The Dome of... Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in its small forward. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Smitty, the future for these two teams, terrific. A lot of young talent on display.
Yes, it is, and you got to be happy if you're the fan base. You can grow with these guys, and you can see them grow, and they are going to win a lot of games in the future.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. From outside, off the mark. And the Grizzlies with possession. Morant passes to Jackson. And that one drops for him.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Pass to Holmes. Outside, Bogdanovich. The 3. Sacramento again missing. And stolen by Bielitsa. Takes it from 10, and the jumper is good.
The assist there from Barnes. Over the years, he's got better and better making decisions with the ball in his hands.
Anderson kicks to Morant. Keeps it alive and staying with the play. Valanciunas.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
And oh, here we go. Brooks, nobody back. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at Memphis. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Kings, 2 spots down.
And for the Grizzlies, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out. They're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
Here's Jackson, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And this summer, a lot of work in the weight room for Jaren Jackson Jr. Rebounding, one of his few weaknesses last season. Adding strength, it will help.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Good on the shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And a high rate of fouls for Jaren Jackson and Smitty dating back to college.
You're right. Adding strength can also help in that area. Able to do your work early is also a key for him. And also denying deep position.
Barnes passes to Bielitsa. 4 on the clock. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Morant kicks to Brooks. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Makes it off the glass. Brooks has got 6.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
The kick out to Barnes. To the right side. Outside, Fox. Barnes outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Some changes for Sacramento. Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitz, and it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Giles missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Brooks with no one around. Misses the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Off target at the rim.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
The Kings trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's Fox with the drive. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
And Valanciunas now atop the key. Beyond the arc. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Grizzlies lead by... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Gorgie Dang. Allen is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the point guard position. Hield, the pass to Giles. Out of bounds, Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
Parker's checked in for Len. Bazemore gets the bucket.
The smooth lefty stroke of Kent Bazemore. He can hurt you from out there.
Allen for three, and he's good on the three ball. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Passes it to Melton. Tries a three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Joseph. Plenty of space. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Hield from outside. Excellent D there from Allen.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
To the middle, here's Jang. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Kings making a switch here. Bielitz is checked in. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Kings shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Joseph. Here's Parker. Now the pass to Bazemore. No good on the triple.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Clark for three, cans it from downtown. Clark's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Melton's shot is good.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And the rejection by Jang. And it's Memphis on the break. Melton's shot is good. Melton's got his third basket of the night right there.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. And Bazemore kicks to Bielitsa. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. Jackson comes in for Clark. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton.
Terrific steal to start the break. The eye-hand coordination, the long arms. Anderson is tricky.
And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Memphis cruising into the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see. It was a fast pace for Memphis at the outset, displaying the force of a touch. That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Jackson kicks to Morant. Here's Brooks. That's good from 17 feet away. Brooks has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Memphis.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
It's Bielitsa. Pass to Holmes. Over Jackson. Bielitsa, great positioning on the putback. Bielitsa's got 8 points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Pass to Brooks. Morant with it. From deep. And the 3-ball is good. He's got 7. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Number 23.
Bogdanovich against Brooks. Holmes passes to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 5. Over Brooks. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down. 3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Back to Fox. into the paint. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Fox finds Bogdanovich. It's Bielitsa. And too long on the shot.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Morant passes to Brooks. He's covered by Bielitsa. The shot. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
On the wing, Brooks. Here's Valanciunas. It's good. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
Barnes dishes to Fox. Inside. Bielitsa passes to Fox. Holmes down low, guarded by Valanciunas. Yep, it counts. Holmes got 4 this quarter.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
And here's Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by the Kings. Barnes, right side. Wants to get it to Bielitsa, and does. Holmes passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Barnes is just so well developed from anywhere on the floor.
The feed to Jackson. The shake. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season. Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Joseph looking around. Back to Bazemore. Left side, Joseph. He feeds it to Len from 11 feet away. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Down low, stolen by Anderson. Here's Allen, and he banks in the layup. Allen's got 7.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Giles, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, we've got Allen. Gorgie Dang is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Josh Jackson, and it's Melton in at point.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Allen surveying the D. Sinks the three-pointer. We see it all the time, Smitty. The league doing more to protect the landing zone of shooters, but for some guys, using that forward momentum to change that landing spot. What do you think of that?
Kevin, this is a great debate because as an offensive guy, I know you see a guy launching, I might change my shot and start to go forward just in case I can get a foul if it doesn't make the shot. This is a tough call to call. It's going to be like the charge block, I think, in some years to come.
Melton's shot is good.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And that one drops. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
And I love the confidence with which Jackson plays. Even when the D is bodying him up, he just powers through it.
Len passes to Farrell. Len with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Bazemore. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Melton. They grab their own miss.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And Brewer kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Brewer. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Watanabe's checked in.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Passes it to Brewer. Back to Len. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Allen outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the middle. Parker kicks it to Bazemore. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Parker passes to Bazemore. From 10 feet out, Parker's shot is off. Memphis in total control. Allen for 3. Good on the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Farrell. It's good.
Yogi Ferrell for 2.
Here's Melton. And there's the pass to Watanabe. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think,
puck pickup, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
It's go time for the Pelicans here at home. Here they are coming down the tunnel earlier in their... Get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Sacramento. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, there's the Pelicans. They're 10th best in the conference.
And seeing where the Pelicans are, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now Sacramento starting five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Bogdanovich finds Bielitsa. Count the basket. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Right side Favors. Poked away and stolen by Bogdanovich. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And so it's New Orleans with it. 6-point game. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Joseph in for Fox.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Passes it to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot, and stolen by Barnes. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Lentz checked in for Sacramento. Gary Giles comes in for Bialita. And here's Barnes for 3. They get it back. Giles the pass to Hield. Second chance shot. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Pretty good concentration by Hield there, just focusing on the target.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 9 points. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Kicks it to Redick. 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, that shot no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
For New Orleans, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. To the inside. He's with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. They need this. Redick with the bucket.
That's not an easy 3, but JJ has practiced that. It's well within his routine.
Len finds Joseph. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pelicans trail by 11. Pass to Hayes. Shoots over Len. Good D by Hield.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
A 3 from Barnes. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And a deep 3 from Redick. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, just not sure that that's on the scouting report. Backing off J.J. Redick.
Here's Giles, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The pass to Hayes. Tries from 16. He can't hit that time.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Kings on top. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the court right now for the Kings. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Giles in at the center.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
So both teams making some changes here. Now, here's Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Here's Holiday. He dishes it to Okafor. Misses the layup. And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia, to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
A three-pointer is right on target. Fox has got 5 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Parker with the steal. Bazemore with it, now guarded by Ball, and that one's good. Parker.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
To the middle. Holiday dish. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And Bazemore kicks to home. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Brett, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win.
I'd like to see more.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Clock at 4. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Kings ball.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. And the Kings also making a change. Lenz checked in for Kent Bazemore. Bogdanovich wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I think he's just going to get more and more confident from behind the arc and become a more consistent scorer in this league as time goes by.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Good D by Parker. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. The shot's good. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass the ball. It's Ingram on the wing. Back to Ball. Over Fox. And the Pelicans get it back. The kick out to Holiday. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Bogdanovich. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's averaging 14 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Len passes to Barnes. Joseph has an open look. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Hart kicks to Hayes. 34 seconds left to play in the first half. Knocks down the 10-footer. Hayes has got his first points of the night.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Redick from deep three-point land. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hield. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
Here's Jackson with the putback. Len grabs the board. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Sacramento came out looking very confident, showing tremendous urgency and a ton of energy. They got out on a masterful 13-2 run to start out. From their first bucket of the game. And that's a wrap.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Buddy Hield.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Doing a great job of just setting guys up and demonstrating just how important ball movement can be.
Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. And Bielitsa kicks to Barnes. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got 10 points in the game.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
You just watch Zion Williamson, and everybody's so curious about where it is that he fits positionally. We do know this. In terms of his power and athleticism, he's already elite. And in this league, he's going to find ways to make contributions. And where he likes to hang his hat is the way he plays defensively. And for a young player to gravitate towards that, that's something special.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. For 3. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Holmes kicks to Bielitsa. Fox against Ball. From about 19 feet, 13 feet away. Holmes, good. Holmes got his first points in this one. And Brent with Zion, he's a great fit for a team that will want to get up and down like the Pelicans.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt that he has already infused this city and this franchise with a tremendous amount of enthusiasm to watch his growth. But the mindset of Zion Williamson is about what he can do for the team. And that's what I'm most interested in. What kind of plays can he make? And him playing defense and using that ability down there to ignite the offense, that's where he can make some immediate impact.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Jabari Parker comes in for Bielitsa, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Bogdanovich. Fox passes to Parker. Fox kicks to Holmes. Got a piece of it, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Pelicans making a switch here. Hart's checked in, and a change for the Kings. Hield's checked in. Ball dishes to Okafor. Redick is in the corner. To the left side wing. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Redick's got 9 points.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Redick.
And Holmes throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Reddick surveying the D. Pass to Melly. He kicks it to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Hart the pass to Okafor. Count it.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Parker. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Joseph dishes to Len. On the wing, Heel. Covered by Reddick. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Hield can't hit. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Hayes with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Sacramento's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. Bogdanovich is checked in for Sacramento. Favors passes to Jackson. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Bogdanovich finds Hield. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Sacramento Kings having no problems at all. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. They've got Corey Joseph. Brewer is out there with Giles. Then there's Len. And it's Farrell in at point guard. Favors can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
6 on the shot clock. Joseph against Moore. Lets it go with the 3. Shot by Joseph, no good. The Pelicans shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Here's Alexander Walker, who's back up, and Favors finishes it off.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Len. No good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Moore. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Land against Okafor. The pass to Alexander Walker. That three off the mark. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Parker kicks to Joseph. Sacramento moving it around. No good from outside. And the Pelicans with the possession. Shots good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got his first 2 points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Joseph finds Brewer. Joseph looking around. The three, got a piece of it. Here's Alexander Walker. That shot missing. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Again, the miss by the Kings. The Pelicans have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Kick out to Moore, over to the left wing. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Land's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Farrell for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Okafor missing.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Buddy Hield.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Jackson with it, picked up by Joseph. Parker with the steal. Brewer passes to Parker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, Jabari got the defense to bite on that particular play, mostly because he was aggressive with it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Williamson missing. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to Parker. Back to Brewer. Ingram with the steal. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Farrell. Out to Parker. Stolen by Ball. Favors attacking. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making. If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Game time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up. Ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot.
The downtown sky. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Grizzlies. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans, just a couple spots back.
And I think for Memphis, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
And that one's good, Morant. Clark, you admire rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
Good work there as it goes.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
And the rejection by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. The shot misses. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Williamson. And the shot is long.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Out to the right wing. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Ingram with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Feeds to Williamson. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Now Anderson, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Outside Holiday. Passes to Favors. Ingram left side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Williamson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Brooks. Fast break Memphis. Here's Melton. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Gorgie Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And another turnover here by New Orleans. While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second chance points since the All-Star break. Second, the Grizzlies. The Pelicans, fourth.
An extra effort paying major dividends for both these teams here in the second half of the season. They are constantly pounding the backboard.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Memphis. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Here's Melly. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Redick for three. That shot misses.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Fires the three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
It's Jackson with the drive. They can't stop the run with that one. Memphis leading by 7. Here's Allen. Puts the move on. He lays it in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis, Clark is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. The pass to Hart. Here's Redick, defended by Anderson, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from J.J. Redick. And here are the Grizzlies. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart, won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Redick with the 3, and it's Melton with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. Jackson comes in for Clark. And it's Dylan Brooks in for DeAnthony Melton. That one goes in. Okafor's got 4 points in the quarter.
That is really outstanding work by Okafor. He's a real talent in the paint.
Allen for 3. They get it back. Pelicans trail by 6. Okafor, the pass to Melly. Ingram right side. He can't get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Ball kicks to Ingram. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Hawks, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. For 3, Ingram. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jackson, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. Pass to Okafor. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Inside, Brooks. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And it's Melly missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Hart. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
It's Allen with the drive. Jackson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Ingram's got 5 now.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. So both teams changing it up here. We got 22 seconds left to play here in the half.
Come on.
Guarded by Holiday. Can't connect from long distance. Lobs it up for Holiday, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
7 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Morant. Bank shot, no good.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of...
And so we conclude the first half. Grizzlies out in front.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Memphis came out looking very confident. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled. And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Jaren Jackson.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the center, filling out the middle. Now Ingram. Derek Favors missing from long range. Morant with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Holiday.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
And he makes both free throws. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon. He really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. Here's Holiday after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ingram missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 13-point game. Ingram wide open. Nails it from the high post. Ingram's got 7.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. And here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Ingram. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Williamson missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Morant. From outside, off the mark.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Holiday, here we go. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. 4th, Redick.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
New Orleans making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's Jackson following the score by Memphis. Now here's Hayes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Taking a look here at numbers for Ja Morant. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's right around 17 points a night, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And Holiday kicks to Favors. Over Valanciunas. Favors can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Favors. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Redick for 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Clark is out there with Brooks. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Morant. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Williamson. It's Clark with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. Here's Valanciunas. No good on the triple.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
The offensive rebound, Jackson sinks that one from the post. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Here's Valanciunas. Second shot opportunity.
Impacting the game now at both ends. Zion moves his feet well and can change directions and close out on shooters.
Snatched up. Hayes. And it's ball in the corner over Anderson. And that one hits back iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Brooks dishes to Morant. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Redick. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Ingram passes to Redick. Back to Ingram. Redick with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Here's Favors. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Morant. And the 3 off target.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Pass to Ingram. From deep 3-point range, Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You got all the security in the world, believe me. Drew Holiday's check in for New Orleans, and he makes that one. That's now 8 points for Brooks.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Jackson misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Grizzlies.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jaren Jackson.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here's Morant. Offensive rebound. The shot, no good. So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. And that one is good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Morant. Misses the three.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And you look at Ingram, and he is just so long, covering a ton of space. Exceptionally fast in transition, too.
Here's Valanciunas. And again, Memphis, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a Heat